Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the importance of financial self-sufficiency. I was reading a book by famous Islamic writer and scholar Ibn Khaldun, his famous Muqaddimah, and I came across a very interesting sentence. And he says that man by nature needs something to feed him and to provide for him in all the conditions and stages of life. And he says that every man tries to get things. In this, all men are alike. And later on, he says that it's actually a weakness to rely on others. And this framing got me a little bit thinking, the fact that he is describing something that should be self-evident. But today, nothing is self-evident. The idea that life is like a cycle, there are stages, and that by nature you need something to feed yourself, to provide for yourself in every stage of the life. Something similar was said by famous student of Abu Hanifa, Muhammad Shaybani, who said that according to the scholars from Ahl Sunnah, providing for yourself up to the level of need is a must. And that means for a man to provide for his wife, his family, he must do something to put himself in a situation where he can take care of them. And this reminded me of another hadith by the Prophet ﷺ, where he said that it's better for a person to go to mountain, cut some wood, bring them with him down to the market and sell this and save his face rather than begging from people who may give him or not. And this is a very interesting situation, I thought. We see something here that is described as a very apparently humble job. That's how it appears. Somebody who is doing something the most basic. You don't need much skill to cut the wood and sell it in the market. But we see here that that in itself is better and more superior situation than asking from people to give you, putting yourself in that situation. And what is that situation called is being a lower hand. You're waiting for somebody to give you something. And in another narration, the Prophet ﷺ said that upper hand is better than the lower hand. Upper hand being the hand of a giver, somebody who has something and is giving. That is far more superior. In fact, being the lower hand, the hand that is habitually asking from people, it's a very blameworthy situation, which is why in a narration, the Prophet ﷺ said that people who continue to beg constantly, when they go to the day of judgment, when they come and arrive, they will be without this flesh. They will have no face. Why is that? Well, when you ask from people and you practically begging, and you could do something about it, but you are in this habit of constantly asking and not taking care of things, what are you doing? You're trading that honor and dignity for a little bit of what they give you. So you're losing the self-worth, self-respect. And that is a situation of a lower hand that Islam doesn't want to see in Muslims. Not just on an individual basis, but also as economy. Many of our economies are not producing, not able to take care of the people, and they're perpetually rely on asking international organizations and banks for the loans and so on. And so we need to start rethinking this quote that in the cycle of people or economy or society, we need to be able to take care of our problems, not to ask from other people. And so how do we get out of this state of weakness? You see, when the Prophet ﷺ was leaving Medina and going to Mecca, he was socially but also economically boycotted. So as he going there and establishing the market for entrepreneurs to develop this new economy that will be source of strength for people, Imam Bukhari in his famous book of Hadith, a chapter of business transaction, is giving us in the beginning story of Abdurrahman ibn Auf, who when he comes as a migrant to Medina, he does not even accept the charity from others. In this case, when you are in need, when you don't have anything, in this case, you can even beg. Like it's okay for the children or a weak or sick or elderly to ask and be given something. That's a different story. But we are talking here even refugee, as a refugee, Abdurrahman ibn Auf refused to be lower hand. And he asked famously, where is the market? So we see very interesting attitude, entrepreneurial kind of leadership attitude of the companion who knows that I have skills, I want to preserve my dignity and my face and don't want to put myself in the position tomorrow to look, oh, he gave me this, he gave me that. I don't want that. Where is the business being done here? So he goes, and this kind of an attitude is very important for young people, entrepreneurs, those people who want to make a difference in the world. Because we see Abdurrahman going there, starting business, gets married, becomes wealthy, he becomes the pillar of the community. And so what is advice, what we should be thinking, especially for the young people? We see here that you need to want to do something, to put yourself, sometimes even risk, learn some skill, get some knowledge, start, even if it is a small, humble job, like cutting the wood, whatever that is in today's career pathway. You know, the career pathway is a set of choices. It's a pathway. You have to go left and right, and then you maybe go back and forward. So it's something that is constructed over time. But what you want at the end is to learn some skills, some knowledge, gain some confidence, set yourself for the success, setting the goals, getting to know the people, getting to know the market. And as you get more confident in what you're doing, you get more courageous, you get more bold to take on bigger and bigger challenges. And this is what we need today more. We need people who are driven by Islamic values and this particular worldview, so that when they get in positions of power and authority and they get wealth, that they become force for good, which is why the Prophet ﷺ said that the wealth in a righteous hand is the blessing. And we have seen that in Medina, many of the companions, when they got to that stage, through hard work, diligent work, improving themselves, not going into these get-rich-quick schemes. No, develop yourself. It's a get-rich slow, by developing, building something that will be sustainable over a long period of time. That never happens quickly. It takes time. You need to build yourself and build whatever it is, maybe a business, maybe helping somebody build a business. Whatever it is, it's providing genuine value. And that is why even those people who operate in their community in an ethical way, righteous way, who are benefiting, even when the others in community see them, they know that they are a net positive force in society. And this is the type of people that we want to see more in our community. I'm looking for entrepreneurs, business people, young people, people who are doing anything that is good, worth sharing. I would like to make some stories about it, spotlight some of these success stories that we have in our community. If you are doing something that is interesting or worthwhile, share that in the comments. Let's have this conversation, and inshallah, I will try to do a video where we present some of these young people who are doing something that is great and shaping our economy for better. See you in the next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for spending time to watch this video. If you would like to learn more about finance and economy from Islamic perspective, head to our new platform, Muslim Money Matters, where we go in much greater details regarding the content. Until next time, my name is Almir. Assalamu alaikum.